Okay, so we're talking about step 4 of your book club playlist. This is choosing a back channel discussion tool. This is super important to keep your conversation going on non-meeting days. We have about 4 weeks to do this novel. We're going to dedicate a couple of classes per week for actual in-class work and meetups with your group. So it's super important that the discussion continues outside of the classroom. Now, all of these tools are available through Google, and depending on your level of comfort with these tools, it's going to depend on which one your group chooses. So the first one we are all super familiar with, and that's just Google Docs. So Google Docs is just a place for you to start a document that you would share with your group. I might title it, chapter 1 and start off with, just some comments, it was really a detailed description of the setting, kind of boring, but why is important. And of course, my spelling. This would be something that would generate conversation. You can go back and forth. This would also be a living document that you could go back to and add to through the course of your novel study. So this is one option. Just make sure it's shared with everybody in your group. Another option that you have is Google Keep. Google Keep is just an online sticky note. And you can share this with whoever's in your group, and you can set this up in a grid view or however it is, and you just might want to start off with first, can't spell and type or talk at the same time, first chapter reflection in a similar way that we did the Padlet, as a way for you again to, and I'm not going to bother typing and talking, another way for you to have this discussion where you can comment on each other, you can add photos, again, it's a living document, so you'll be able to go back and reference it over the course of the novel. A third possibility through Google is what's known as Google Hangouts. This is something that you would actually start and share and have these online conversations. Obviously, a Hangout is a little bit different than the Google Doc and the Google Keep, and this would have a very specific time period for people to come and join the group during and have live conversations with one another versus the, hey, the Keep is up or the Doc is up, make sure you comment by. So it really comes down to preference, which one you are most likely to be using as a group. And again, these are all linked in through our Google Suite that we have with our Chromebooks. There is also some discussion strategies that I will be posting, and these are just a few so that when you're out of the classroom, you can continue talking to each other, making connections, using your signpost, things like that. And it's super important too that we make sure that I am added to any back channel discussions, so it allows me to make sure that you're doing your work outside of the classroom, but also monitoring the conversation and offering guidance and support where needed. So that is the requirements for choosing a back channel. If you have any questions, please see me and we will work through it. Thanks.